Right, let's take you to the story now. A 21-month-old child who had been reported missing in Lebowakgomo in Limpopo has been found dead. The decomposed body of Motheo Rashilo was discovered in the bushes at Malatane village. And of course, we have our reporter who is joining us to give us the latest on this particular story. Gift Khanyago, who's our video journalist, and Koketso Motau are on the story. Koketso, thank you so much for your time this morning on the agenda. So, do we know what happened to the child at this point?
Thank you so much, and good morning to you and good morning to the viewers. You know, what I can tell you presently is that the police are currently investigating an inquest following the disappearance of this child, 21-month-old Rashilo Motheo. And what I can tell you is that the family is saying that the police are not giving them, the update in terms of how far are they in terms of the investigation. And what I can tell you is that this child was, last seen on the 28th of October. That's the day where she went missing. And then she was discovered this past Wednesday by one of the people around this community. Her body was found, dumped in the bush. But to get more clarity and to get more information about this issue, I'm now joined by the family spokesperson, Dr. Madimeja. Thank you so much for joining us here on SABC News. Just take us through what really happened. What did you hear as the family?
Thank you, sir. Apparently, my niece's daughter was left at a particular household, and a stranger or the suspect arrived and kidnapped my niece's daughter. Then what happened, we had to go to the police and ask for help. We even went to the traditional council for assistance. So the investigator arrived and we shared the info with him, and we were expecting that he will go around for more information to get some leads there and there, because there were some people who were telling us that they saw the suspect, and the suspect was walking, with the niece's daughter. So from Friday 28th up to Wednesday, when they discovered the body around this village, and so it was quite disturbing because the police had to tell us that they will go and do a thorough investigation, and even though we're trying by all means to provide the info that the suspect might be this and that, but at the end of the day, when people were providing some information to him, I suspect that he didn't take it serious. So on Wednesday, when they discovered, the police arrived and they picked the poor lady, the poor kid. And we are so disturbed because she's only 1 year and 9 months. And, we don't really understand why somebody can do something of this nature. And we are also disturbed by the fact that we are not getting any support from the government, because it's not all about the investigator. There should be some other people from social development, the counseling for my niece, and there is no any form of support. And according to the government, this is a serious crime because 1 year, 9 months, according to them, it's really a problem in a community like this one. So my brothers went to the hospital, to the mortuary, and the pathologist told them that they won't be able to get the full information pertaining to whether we'll be able to bury our niece's daughter. But it's quite suspicious that they were told to wait for some time to take some swab from the mother's side, and unfortunately they didn't. And we are waiting for the pathologist. We even went as far as calling the investigator pertaining to the swabs. So the investigator is telling us that he's not the responsible person to come and take the swabs. And meaning if you are not taking the swabs earlier, there will be some delays. And we are concerned because we need to plan for a decent burial of our niece's daughter. So the government support is really lacking. We are on our own.
And then you also told us that the pathologist told you that it could take up to 2 months to actually get the DNA results,
Yes.
so that they can actually, match the baby to the mother. So just take us through, how is the mother doing now as we speak? Because you really don't know when you're going to lay the child to the final place of her rest.
Yes. Basically, as I'm currently disturbed, and I don't know, the feeling for my niece is that day and night she's struggling. She doesn't even know what's going to happen to her. On the other hand is the security for my niece, because we don't know who is the suspect, but basically it's within a 20-kilometer radius whereby we feel that the suspect is there. So when they told us about the particular suspect and they went there to investigate, we didn't get any info. We can't really tell you about what is transpiring now, but my niece is really in pain. So we are not really, every day we are coming this side to comfort her, because we have got our own area where we stay, but it's not really good for us to really lack that support from the government itself, because our expectation was that the government will come and from sections like social development and so forth, but they're not really coming. So there's no one who's giving her counseling except us, to comfort her, to say things will be right, but things are not right.
We understand that this child was left at the family's friend where she was actually, abducted, I would say, allegedly abducted. So what is the family saying? What is the family friend saying, following this incident?
I tried by all means to interview the person in charge on Sunday, and I even went back to the same person on Monday, and getting different information. But on Monday, she told me that she's going to tell me the truth. Then she did tell me some of the info, and unfortunately, because I didn't want to disturb the police work, the police was given the info that they must go to the household per se. That's the area where they are supposed to start investigating. Unfortunately, we don't have the record from where the child was staying. So we were expecting that they will give us the info so that we can correlate the two information pertaining to whether the information we are having is the same with the information from the police. But the police interviewed us with the niece. But I'm telling you, we are really disturbed by the fact that he's having only one information from the niece, not from the friend's household. So we are expecting him to give us the information from that household. So it's unfortunate that we had to teach them how to do their job, and it's not our responsibilities.
Well, thank you so much. That's Dr. Madimeja Magoro. He's the family spokesperson where the child went missing and subsequently she was found dead. But for now, let's get back to you in the studio, as we understand that the police are currently investigating.
Koketso Motau there for us. What a shocking story there, and we of course keeping a very close eye on that, and as well as the further developments that will come out of that story there.